Hey guys, what's up? Michael Myers back again with another Transformers video review. This time it is on a figure that I realize I did say I had no intentions on picking him up. Well, you know what? Don't blame me! Blame TJ Omega. Okay, blame TJ Omega. His review of the first edition Cliffjumper and how he recommended this over the first edition, that convinced me! Okay, so blame him! But anyways, here is Transformers Prime Cliffjumper from the main line. As you can see, he is a very either Charger or Challenger-esque vehicle mode. My mom actually kind of likes this vehicle mode when I first pulled him out of the box. And he is pretty cool, and he's a decent size. Here's Wheeljack, which I finally saw loose cannons. Awesome. So yeah, fairly decent size. And this large tumor on the top is his battle hammer. Which at first I felt something kind of moving around in here, and I realized it was just the way the plastic's made. So it's just a solid piece that he can, bash other Decepticons or Autobots if you wish. Yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of this. You can, if you wanted to, peg it into the side right there, or if you wanted to be cruel, peg it in like that, and as he's driving, just completely trip somebody. So yeah, there you go. And there's already stress marks right there from pegging the hammer in, so I'm not going to be doing that anymore. The one on the top's just fine. Is that one that's I'm a little worried about. So yeah. With that said, let's get right into the transformation for this guy. It's I've never had the first edition Cliffjumper, so I can't really point out the differences on how the front of the car, from what I remember, the front of the car became the first edition's legs, towards the front of the car becomes his arms on this, and the back becomes his legs. And on the first edition, the front became the legs, and the back became the arms. So yeah, I honestly I don't know. I don't have the first edition, so I can't really compare. But yeah. At any rate, let's get on with it. To transform this guy, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back here, unpeg these, and fold this entire back section. Comes up and fold over like that. And then the rest of it. Okay. Let's try and get these out of the way a bit so that I can get underneath there and pry this out. Or then again, maybe not. Okay, so never mind, moving on. Take these, pull those out like that. There we go. Then you can fold that up. Quite like that. Kind of keep that down a little bit, because then we're going to bring this down. And right on the horns is a little gray peg, which this is probably the weakest part to his transformation because it doesn't tab in all that well. So basically you just got to feel it kind of socket in there and then gently push it. Which, for me, for some odd reason, never effing works. There we go, got it. Then you just extend his legs like this. Rotate that down and then flip his feet around like that. So you can get the full-on ball-jointed ankle, which I do like. Rotate these pieces around like this, and that will get you his arms. Rotate the waist, and you can see the false chest piece, which in my opinion works better. You come in here, unpack his hands from there. You're going to swing around, and as you swing him around, fold this piece in. And then there's a little, well, I guess you could just bring his shoulders down first. This piece will grasp onto here. And though it doesn't seem like a strong connection, it is. I have posed his arms plenty of times with that thing tabbed on completely, and it did not pop out. So that's what I'm happy with. And if you saw that, just push the windshield in. So yeah, you basically just do the same to the other side. And this is probably the only revealer gimmick where I'd actually say it worked out. You take shoulders, pull them down, which in turn pops his head up. And with that being said, there is Transformers Prime Cliffjumper in his robot mode. The little Autobot brawler himself. And I find it kind of funny how the back of his packaging, his bio says that the Decepticons have learned to fear him. He died in the first episode. Let that sink in a little bit. And then of course you have the battle hammer. You can either peg it in like that as the hammer, or you can pull it out, swing it around, and peg it onto his arm, or peg it in right there as a gun. Personally, I'm not going to use that thing at all. But for review's sake, I'm using it. So if you didn't notice how I slowly shifted him over, it's size comparison time. So here he is next to, if I can get him situated, first edition deluxe class Bumblebee. So as you can see, he's a little small. Compared to Bumblebee, he's a little small. Which in turn does in fact kind of suck. But you know, hey, I can deal. Well, just because of the fact that he's small does not mean he's not a great figure. Going through my bag to find the other one. This time around, I'm only comparing deluxe figures. I'm not bringing out the Voyagers because that's not fair. At any rate, here is Soundwave, if he will stand up. Okay, what the hell? There we go. So there's Soundwave. What? Okay, really, dude? There, Soundwave. So yeah, he's a little smaller than Soundwave. So, okay, so decent sized, and if anything, he's squat and he's bulky. Something you would expect for Cliffjumper. And a nice little detailed design. He has bull-like toes. And that's something I actually really appreciate. So with that said, this is Mike Byron signing out from the video review of Transformers Prime Deluxe Class Cliffjumper. His hand.